Hello Cancer, and welcome to your mid-June 2021 reading, where we're going to look at what we talked about during the solar eclipse reading that I just did for all signs. And there's a link in the description box down below if you want to check out that video. In that video, we learned that this is the start of a new romantic period. It's a new beginning in romance. So because of that, for all signs, I'm going to go ahead and focus in on the 3 cards that came up, which are these 3. And we're going to go ahead and pull the past, present, hidden advice and the outcome for those cards. What we're going to do is we're going to look into your energy for the sun, moon, and rising signs. Energies can be reversed. That means that if you hear this reading and you go, hey, that doesn't sound like me, that sounds like my partner. That's fine. You can assign the roles as you please. If this reading does not resonate with you, stick around because there's something in the reading that you may need to hear. These messages are timeless, so it doesn't matter when you were brought to this reading or this channel, there's something in it for you. If this reading does not resonate with you, it just means I'm not picking up on your specific energy at this time. It happens to me. I listen to my favorite readers sometimes, and sometimes their readings don't resonate with me. And all I do is go, okay, that's not for me. And then I move on to a different reader. It's not a big deal. So sorry if it doesn't, but you can just click off and go on to a different reader if that's the case, and come back at another time and see if it does resonate with you again. If you like this reading or entertained in some way, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. This way you get notified as soon as I post something new. I do want to thank you for all the subscribers. If you're new here and you'd like to subscribe to a channel, I'd appreciate it if you did. And I appreciate all the text messages and the comments and the likes and all of those wonderful things that are helping me build this channel. I really appreciate it. I'm trying to get to 500 likes. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers. That's my next goal. And let's see if we can get there. I'd like to do it before Mercury retrograde is over, but if I don't, then I know that I will after Mercury retrograde. Here we go, Cancer. So, before I actually shuffle these, I just want to go over this. The 3 cards that we're going to be going over are separation was one of them that came up. And separation can be one of 3 things. 1, you're physically separated from someone. 2, you are in a relationship, but that relationship you are emotionally separated from someone. And 3, you've never even met the person yet because there is a separation there. Now, what they're saying is this separation is actually full of a lot of passion. So once we can get the separation together, then you're going to have lots of passion in this relationship. It's going to feel really, really good, super connected, everything that you are looking for. Then this also says that this could be the one. This could be the one, right? So very interesting because it's a deep soul connection that it says you've already met the romantic partner that you seek. So I guess the separation is going to be more of emotionally separated or physically separated. Okay, but there is some sort of separation. Okay, I'm going to do past, present, hidden advice and outcome. There we go. So I'm only accepting the highest and best truth for Cancer Collective's highest and best good, bringing forth the most accurate answers. All right. And I'm trying to get these out because I have a class I'm going to be doing for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm going to be busy the whole time. I'm actually doing the Reiki Master. Again, this will be the 2nd time that I've done it. So I did it, like 2-3 years ago, and I decided to do it again. So Mercury retrograde is redo. I've decided to redo my Reiki Master training, or, course again. And I'm also going to do some past life regression stuff. You've never heard of it before. It's called QHHT, and it's Dolores Cannon. You can find practitioners on Dolores Cannon's website. Just type in QHHT. I'm going to be doing that this month too during the Mercury retrograde. So that's going to be interesting and fun. And that's like where you get hypnotized for like 2-3 hours and they go into your past lives. And they also can go into your future lives as well. You can kind of check those out. Pretty neat. Because I have some questions about this lifetime. And I kind of want to put it all together, There's some things I don't understand. Some things I don't get. And I think it would be really good for my healing, right? Okay, here we go. So we have past, present, hidden, advice, and outcome. If I need any other cards, I will pull them. Once again, Cancer, you got the same exact card as you got in the all signs, which was transformation. So we are transforming this separated love. So there's a love that is separated, that you've been separated from for a while now. And it's transforming the way that you feel in love, this separation. And I'm feeling very strongly that it's not just with this person, but in love in general. Like something happened to you where you like fragmented in your soul fragmentation. And that because of a love that hurts so badly that it's like you just split. And so what I'm hearing is now we're going to start to transform what that looks like, and that split is now going to like join together, come together again. And so it's going to be very interesting. I'm really excited about that. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on. So transformation is big for you. This love is going to transform into something more passionate and the one, right? So here we go. The past. In the past, you had to make a decision about something. And I feel like you think you made the right decision, but there were some things that you kind of wish sometimes that you would have done differently, or done, I wouldn't say better, but just made a different choice. Maybe you didn't see things fully for what it was at the time. And so let me flip all of these over. So I think that you feel like you maybe would have made different choices if you would have known the whole truth, if you would have known everything. If there wasn't things hidden from you, then maybe you would have made different choices. But you had made some decisions that I feel like now that you've done a life review, you kind of look back and you're like, man, I really wish that maybe I would have done it a little differently. You know what I mean? Or maybe I would have said things that I didn't say, or maybe I would have been better if I would have seen things in a specific way. And you know, Cancer, on your side of that, there were some reasons why you didn't see it that way. Maybe you didn't see that somebody loved you because you. Okay, so for instance, I'm a Cancer, so they're telling me to bring up my own story. So I'll bring up my own story. So I grew up in a household full of abuse. I was pretty much the only child that got the type of abuse that I got. So I thought there was something wrong with me. I didn't think that I was deserving of love. And I figured that everybody that I went with was going to use me, or that they weren't going to treat me well, because I was not treated well as a child. So whenever I was faced with someone saying that they liked me, I didn't really take it for face value. So especially if somebody said they loved me, either one, if I knew that they did love me, I would say, as a child, I would say something like, I would get angry at them that they did love me, because I felt like I was not lovable. So it was like this anger would come over me, like, you can't love me. You know, I'm not allowed to be loved. My mom told me I wasn't lovable. I'm not allowed to be loved. And so then it would be like, oh, they're lying. Like, why would anybody really love me? My mom doesn't even love me, you know? So how could someone else love me, right? So there was this anger. And so it's not your fault if you didn't see that someone loved you, you know, especially if they hid their feelings from you. There was no way you were going to see it, because even the ones who told you that they loved you or told you that they were interested in you, you didn't believe them anyway, because you were like, there's no way. Like, how could you? Like, in my case, my own mother didn't love me. So my real father didn't even love me. So for a person, even friends, like, I never even believed that friends were really that truthful with me. I just always assumed that people were trying to get one over on me, like my own mother, right? So it's something for you to think about, that maybe you made the decisions that you did because you didn't have all of the information. So let's be compassionate with ourselves on that, okay? In the present, there is someone who is a very strong personality, a very masculine, so I would say divine masculine, okay? I'm feeling like there's a divine masculine, so whether or not you are masculine or feminine, okay, there's a divine masculine presence that is coming into the Cancer collective that wants to speak their truth, but they want you to hear it this time. Instead of like when you were younger, if someone said, oh my gosh, you're so pretty or you're so handsome, instead of you going, yeah, you know, and laughing it off because really you truly didn't believe it. Like, why would they say that? Oh, they must be trying to say that because they want to get into my pants. You know what I mean? They must be wanting to say that because they're going to use me, right? And so that's kind of like the energy that this person that right here may have told you that they thought really highly of you, and you discounted what they said because you were told that you weren't lovable, right? So you had this idea, you had this fogginess in your mind that it didn't matter. It didn't matter how many people said you were beautiful or handsome. You were like, these people are crazy. They must want to use me. They want to use me for something, you know? So I really feel like there's a divine masculine coming in, or in your experience. Maybe it's a secret separation, maybe it is a real separation, but there definitely is a divine masculine that wants to express themselves in a specific way for you. And they're coming in kind of strong. And Cancer, I'm feeling like sometimes the strong kind of scares you. So maybe there's a interest. I'm feeling very not uncomfortable, but there's when a strong masculine confronts you, it's almost like you fear that for some reason. So let's go into this a little bit more, because I know that there's been a Tower moment. We're transforming this, remember? So there's someone who wants to come in real strong with you. And it has to do with a decision that you made a long time ago that you kind of wish that you would have made a different decision, but we can't go back and change the past, okay? However, this person is very reliable, very self-sufficient. Yeah, I mean, the Emperor takes care of people. This person wants to take care of you. Right? They want to help you see your own worth. You know, not that you don't see it already, but I think they just want to be a part of that for you. Okay, now what is the hidden thing that you don't see? What's hidden is the Hierophant upside down, okay? And the Hierophant right side up is a spiritual teacher. She's been there, done that. She's lived some really, really difficult stuff. And what I'm hearing from the angels and guides is that this person did not know that you were this person. So in their mind, it was hidden to them. It was upside down. They didn't see that. They didn't know. They had no idea that you have been there, done that, seen it, lived it, felt it, had heartbreak from it, learned from it, healed from it, all of these things. They didn't know that. They had no idea, right? So, and that's why she's upside down, because this person did not know that. I mean, they thought something different completely. No, I wouldn't say completely. I think that they thought you were special, but they didn't know how or why. They didn't understand why you couldn't see that they loved you. They didn't understand that. How did you not see that? How did you not know that? They didn't understand that there was abuse from someone else that made you see things in a different way, made you discount what people said because you'd never seen that before, right? I mean, not in that way. I mean, you were the one that people did bad things to. So you just figured that everybody was going to do bad things to you forever, right? That this was going to be a life of bad things. Okay, so the advice is that, and I'm gonna, once again, reading this upside down. Sometimes it's tricky to read them upside down, so I like to read them upside and then I flip it. But this is the tower. The tower moment is when we break down everything that we know, all of our belief systems and everything, and then we rebuild in a different way. And what they're saying is, you have, over this relationship, you have towered so many times already. And so the advice is not to tower. The advice is to build back up. It's time. It's time to build back up. The new beginning is here. Now it's time to hear what this person has to say and really hear it this time without filters, without the hurt and the judgment and the abuse and the pain that you lived to cloud over what they're trying to tell you and cloud over the relationship that they're trying to have with you. You know, no more games. No more games in this relationship. This relationship, you've done too much. You've seen too much. You're like, I'm hearing the word like cultured and experienced and wise. You know, this person is a teacher, right? They didn't see you this way because they didn't know that you had anything to overcome. Maybe one thing, you know, maybe your relationship with them, but really they didn't understand that you had anything to really overcome because you hid it so well. There was no way for them to know, right? So I really feel like that this is like to rebuild. Instead of to break it down, the opposite of this card would be to rebuild. It's a time of rebuilding this connection and this passion and this separation, and this person could very well be the one to help you move forward in your spiritual growth and your spiritual journey. Okay? So the last thing is the outcome is that neither one of you will feel out in the cold anymore. Both of you guys have had enough experience in life that you are more mature about the way you look at things. You are ready to see the other person's point of view. You listen better than you did when a long time ago or whatever, when this relationship had issues. You've grown. Both of you have grown, right? Both of you guys have a mature sense of going about things. And so this type of I'm leaving you out in the cold, drama-filled, chaotic energy is gone. It's like, you know what? The outcome is that that's no more. It's a very, very good, interesting reading. It's very emotional. It's almost hard for me to even give this reading because the emotions are so strong. It makes me want to kind of close off a little bit and not have to feel what's happening with Cancer right here. You know, with the separation and this passion and all of these things. So very interesting. I kind of want to pull these cards right here. And it's because I can feel what that abuse feels like. Whatever you went through, whatever made you not be able to see that someone loved you or that anybody loved you. You know, like you could hear people loved you and, you know, people might do nice things for you, but you just never believed that it could be true or possible. You know, but there's been so much healing that I believe that you think that you can now. But I think this person needs, this divine masculine needs to come into your life because they're going to provide the energy and maybe some things that you didn't know to help you, like some unexpected truth I'm hearing, some things that you didn't know. You didn't know. There's a lot you didn't know. You think you knew everything or you think you know everything now because you're so intuitive. But the universe always surprises us with things, right? Okay, so what we have the advice is don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it's only being true to yourself that you can be true to others. Okay, and then this one says it is important right now to take a step back and spend more time alone instead of placing your focus on another. Now is time to give to yourself. So I have a feeling like this relationship is going to help you feel even more secure in who you are and yourself. Deep in your heart, you already know the answer to what feels right. Interesting. Okay, let's find out what this person is thinking about you, okay? That's what I'm feeling anyway. All right. So yeah, it makes me a little bit quiet because I ended up talking about stuff that I don't generally like to talk about myself, but I'm guided to say it. It means that it would help someone, so I will say it. Okay, so your person is saying, I live for your smile and would die for your kiss. That's sweet. I love that. That's really, really sweet. All right. I've been watching you from a distance. So somebody's been watching you, probably this person, trying to decide whether or not he's, he or she's going to come in, whether or not, how to do it, because it's interesting. They can't just come in and be like, hey, what's up? You know what I mean? I guess they could, but then you're going to be like, what's up? You know what I mean? So it's like, how do they come in? How do they test the waters if it's like a separation, even if it's emotional separation, where if you're in like a relationship right now, just kind of emotionally separated, it's like, what are they going to say? Wow, it's really nice outside. You know what I mean? Like, what are they going to talk about, right? So same thing, like if you don't know who this person is, and they've been watching you, they're kind of trying to decide, well, what do I do? What do I say? What do I say? Because, you made a decision that left them out in the cold once. They're probably afraid you're going to do it again. You're going to leave them out in the cold again. You know you're not going to. If somebody comes in with a heartfelt, sincere compassion, appreciation, apology, whatever, you're going to accept it. You've grown way too much for that, for making a decision to leave someone out in the cold. And I really believe that the decision that you made, you were really young and you didn't know the decision, right? You didn't know. You didn't know it was hurting anybody. You didn't even know anybody you didn't even believe that anybody could even like you. So why would your decision hurt anyone, is what you were thinking, right? It's like so interesting. But so they're like, how do I do it? Well, cross watchers, for those people who are watching for a Cancer and you're like, how do I come in to Cancer? Well, the hardest step is just to come in. The hardest step is to make that first step and just saying, hey, but you could say something like, maybe you, I don't know how you would want to get in touch with them, but maybe you could get their number from someone and say, hey, so-and-so gave me your number. We were talking about you the other day, and I just remember having some great experiences with you. I was just wondering, how are you doing? Or what's up with you? Something as simple as that. It doesn't have to be you don't have to think too hard about it, It could be something as simple. It could be even deeper than that. I've written many apology letters in my life, so it could be an apology letter. It could be hey, Cancer, long time no see. I just really wish that I would have blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? Or dear Cancer, I've been reviewing my life lately as I get older, and there's something that I regret, and I regret not having a better relationship with you. I'm sorry. It's that easy. It's that simple. It's I remember the times that we had. They were really, really great. You could say you're a really great friend. I'd like to have that friendship again. If it's something that maybe you had to heal over, I had to heal over our relationship, over some things, blah, 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 before I could write this letter. There's so many things that you could say. You could make it real short and simple if you don't want to go into that, or you could do a flat out apology letter. I think the flat out apology letters are the best because it gets everything out on the table. There's nothing hidden, then that gives them the opportunity to say they're sorry as well. And then you can really kind of build from there. Like they said, to build the relationship, you can build from there. A real deep, heartfelt apology, you can't go wrong. Nobody can go wrong with an apology, right? But if you're too afraid to do that, cross watcher, you can just say, hey, so-and-so gave me your number. Or you could use, if the person is like on Facebook or something, you can use Messenger. But you can say, hey, so-and-so gave me your number. We were talking about all the great times that we had together. You know, I'm really sorry that I haven't talked to you in a while. You know what I mean? I was going through stuff. Now, here's the cool thing, cross watchers, is most cancers have healed and done a lot of work. And so if you just say, I was going through stuff, they're going to be like, yeah, I totally get it. I went through a lot of stuff too. You know what I mean? Like, so cool. So easy, right? Okay. And then the last thing, Cancer, that they're telling you is, I miss you more than you know. So, very interesting. So if you do, Mr. or Mrs. Emperor, if you miss them more than you know, then just open up the door. It's like, it is what it is. Okay. Cancers are very compassionate people. For those who are watching and are afraid, very compassionate people. They will give you the opportunity to apologize if you feel like you need to. And they will apologize as well. I don't know any Cancer that if you apologize to them, I don't know any Cancer that wouldn't apologize back. Okay? Cancers are beautiful people. Beautiful people. No, I'm just kidding. I don't even know if that's really the song from... I really don't even know how that song goes. Uh-oh. Okay. All right, Cancer. I wish I had treated you better. I want you. I'm afraid to contact you. Oh my gosh, cross watchers. Just do it. Just do it. Stop being afraid. Cancers are the coolest people on the planet. I seriously doubt Cancer will turn you away. I doubt it. I doubt it. Completely doubt it. Especially if it's this type of love. There's no way. No way. No way. I wish I treated you better and I want you. So go for it. That's what I'm saying. All right, Cancers, if you enjoyed this reading and you're entertained in some way, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. This way you get notified as soon as I post something new. All right, guys, I will see you later. Bye.